Hi, I'm Dennis, and I want to talk about the Bersa Thunder 40 Pro, and I purchased this for $379. Nice little weapon. Um, it holds 13 rounds in the magazine. You get 2 magazines with it. No thrills in the box. It's just a cardboard box. There's no little fancy holstering going with it. Just a simple weapon and 2 magazines. This weapon, just want to make sure you see it's clear. Okay, there. Everybody likes to know these videos that your weapon's safe and clear. And I'm going, why do you care? You're watching a video. It can't shoot you. But anyway, here we go. I want to take it apart and talk to you about when I first got it and what I saw. It's a little rough. Because the expense of it, I'm assuming that's because the quality control at the factory of Bersa, where they're made, they might, they lack a lot of, refinement areas, and that's okay. Let's talk about what we can do. For $379, we can take this apart and clean it up and make it a very fine weapon. We can. I can. You can. Anyone can. First thing to do is of course, to disassemble it to this mode and remove this spring and bar, slide spring and bar from it, and then the barrel. All right, and we put those aside. The slide aside, the lower receiver, and we're going to talk about the barrel. The barrel is it's a nice little barrel. It has some work. It could be done to it, and I want to talk about that. So let's talk. First of all, what makes this barrel an important object to this weapon? First of all, it feeds the round that you're going to be shooting. Second of all, it gives a stage for the round to be going to exit the weapon towards its target. So it's important. Generates anywhere from 37 to about 42,000 pounds of pressure inside this chamber. Okay, so when you first get it, the first thing I did was I poured and polished the barrel. I mean, I really polished it good, got it cleaned up good, made sure the lands and grooves are good, and then I took a 410 shotgun cleaning kit and took the first rod, and then I attached that brass cleaning unit, for getting out the copper out of the barrel when you're cleaning it from shooting or debris out of the barrels. Took it and I wrapped a piece of cloth around it, cleaning cloth, put some polishing compound on it, mounted that to a drill, hand drill, so it was like a rod, and I could do like that to it. Now understand something. If you do something on a weapon, you need to do it a little at a time, check it, measure it, do a little bit at a time, check and measure it. And the reason being is because if you do it too much, you can ruin it, and it's no good. You can never use it. You have to throw it away and get a new one. What I did to this one is I found out that the feed ramp, this device here, let me get a little closer so you can see it. Okay, the feed ramp here, okay, that the round hits and is fed and guided into the chamber. Okay, I found out that this was a little misaligned with the throat in the entranceway of the chamber. So it had to be smoothed out and polished down where there was no gap. None. Nada. Zippo. The reason being is because if you do that, then the round has nothing to strike as it's trying to get in there, into this throat. Now, it's a little tight on the entranceway at the bottom areas here. So what I did is I opened up the throat a little bit by using the 410 device I told you about, cleaning with the polishing compound, and ran it through back and forth until I got it where it was looking, pretty good. And then I would stop, measure a little bit, and making sure that the round dropped in. You want to make sure that the round drops in freely, drops out freely. You want to make sure it drops in and there is no play, left and right play, any way at all, of more than 1,000. That's 0.001. No more than that. And this one here is, of course, a lot less. It's nice and tight. The reason being is because when this round fires, the chamber pressure and the heat expands this brass against the walls of this chamber. And when it does, if the chamber is too big, you rounded it out too much by using that polishing compound and everything, the brass casing could crack. And if it does, gas escapes, comes back into your face through the receiver, and that's not a good thing. Once I did that to this and got it all smooth, I of course took it and re-blued everything, and I cleaned it all up and did a real nice job of that, and now it's really a good job. And if I put a piece of paper down here, so I got white, you should be able to see the mirror looking job in there. As you can see, it is like a mirror. It is polished beautifully, and the lands and grooves are not affected at all. Take your time. If you're doing it, take your time and do a little bit at a time. Check, measure, do a little bit at a time, check and measure. When it's done, it's done. Don't overdo it. That's why if you take it to a gun shop and have a gunsmith do it, you'll find they're going to charge you, like I said, about $75, maybe $79 to $125 just to do this barrel, because it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, and remember, it's well worth it, because if you do too much, you'll ruin the barrel and you'll have to buy a new one. Okay, that's it. You have a nice day. If there's any more questions, please feel free to email me or enter in any information or requests you have down below.